So guys, this is the story of a chef named Soma who wants to beat this academy named Suki in his life, but his cross arena Naka fails him in the first level of this academy. So despite this, will Soma be able to beat this academy with his partner Megami? In the beginning of the story, Soma is doing a food battle with his dad and Mayu has been made the judge here. Now Mayu likes both these foods very much, but he declares Soma's dad is the winner and dad says that including this we have lost to our dad 500 times. Now Soma gets very disappointed here but says that today he has made a new dish using a special sauce which he wants to try, but this is actually an experimental food of his, and after eating this, Mayu feels as if a giant squid has gripped her whole body, after which Mayu goes into a trauma, but Soma's dad says that whatever I had done before this, the experiment that he did was even worse than that, but Soma says, are you joking? Is my food worse than yours? Now at night we start running this family restaurant named Yukihiro and all these people like our food the best, and then Soma thinks that he has to defeat his dad in some way next time, after which he will become the owner of this entire restaurant, but then some dealers reach here and say that it must be very difficult to run small businesses these days. So you people can give this place to us, after which a 5-star hotel will be built here, but Soma says that our business is running at the top class and there is never a shortage of food in our business, and then the dealer asks what will happen if I come here to eat but I don't get food. If this happens then our restaurant will be closed, after which the dealer leaves from here. Now the next day while coming from school, Soma's dad calls him and says that he is stuck in an important work due to which he has to take rest today. Soma will have to open it alone. Now Soma finds this thing very strange because his dad never misses the restaurant, but after coming to the restaurant, Soma sees that all the food in the restaurant has been messed up and someone has painted over the name of the restaurant. Then the dealer also reaches there and says that today I really feel like eating meat. And don't say that your meat is over because you remember the promise you made last night, but Soma says that you want delicious meat, so for this you will have to wait for a while. Now light a fire here and chop the onion, mushroom, and potato properly. Now fry the onion, boil the potato and mix all the salt and coriander together and smash the potato. Now we mix butter with wine and put the potato in the oven, and after baking, mix it with wine and prepare pork roast. And then the dealer says that you people had spoiled all the things, then how did he cook food here? But those people also don't understand how this thing is possible here, and then Soma says that he has made this thing by mixing pork and potato. And then the dealer says that I had asked you to make meat, so you cannot scam me by feeding me potato, and anyway I like 5-star food more. So your food is useless in front of them, but Soma says that try it once, maybe you will like it, and after taking one bite, they like this food so much that they are not able to say anything else. Then Soma says that last time while serving the food he had noticed that because of keeping meat and potato together, those people had shared their taste, and here he has used the same idea. Because of packing onion, mushroom, potato together, the taste of all of them has gone into the potato. On the other hand, the dealer likes this food so much that she is not able to stop herself from eating it. But then Soma starts leaving from here with this food and says that if you want this food back then you people will have to promise that you people will not come to my restaurant again. Now the dealer is not able to see this food going in front of her eyes, due to which she accepts this promise. Now everyone starts moving towards this food, and after eating it they feel as if they are going to a world of flavor. They have arrived and all the flavors here are trying their best to enter inside their body, after which their work is finished. Now the next day we are cleaning this boat here, and in the meantime our dad reaches here and says that we will have to close our shop for some time because he is going to work with his partner, and during this time they are going to send us to a cooking school. Now Soma finds this plan very bad because he does not want to learn cooking again from some bad people, but coming in front of the school, he sees that some people are crying here because they have been expelled from the school, and we see that this school is actually like a king's palace. On the other hand, we see a girl who was meditating while bathing in the middle of the mountains, but then a machine falls on her head, and we come to know that Irina was actually feeling like this because of tasting of food, and the person who made this food is expelled from here. After which Irina is given another food, and after eating it, she feels like she is present in a hot spring but with some goila, and says that I know you people want to grow your business, for which it is necessary to save money, but if you give such food to the customer, then your rest will never last, after which everyone starts apologizing here. On the other hand, we see that here only the children of elite people are present, and dad says that out of 1,000 people only 10 people get a chance to pass here, the rest are expelled from. On the other hand, Soma's dad is present in New York at this time, and everyone here refuses him to go because after he leaves, he will not get to eat such delicious food, and dad says that you will have to pass the school before beating me, and then a Buddha arrives in their restaurant and says that go outside Yoga Woga, I want to eat Yukihiro's food, after which we meet a man named Yoshihaki Nika and says that all the children present here are all connected with the restaurant business, and if You get a degree from here, then your restaurant goes to the top class and he asks Yukihiro about his business. Yukihiro says that he has a diner business, but after listening to this, Nika says that you should not sit near me, and do you know that tattoo schoolship is for who wants to do something great in life, and he kicks Soma and makes him fall down, after which Soma catches his collar and lifts him up and throws him down. But seeing this, everybody starts saying that nowadays even poor people walk with their heads held high wherever they go, and only then we come to know that our test is going to be taken by Irina Naka, who had fired 2 people in the beginning of the story, and says that you guys will have to make some good dish with the help of one person, but the one whose food I do not like will be banned from the school forever, and you guys have 1 minute to think about what food you are going to make. Hearing this, all the children start running away from here, but Soma asks the reason for running away and reveals that Irina is a very dangerous girl. She had told her mother at the age of 3 that your milk is very bad, after which she is called to test the food of big restaurateurs, and if your food is even slightly bad, then he will fail you and your life will be completely ruined. Now Irina says that all the children here are losers, so I should go and cook my food, and tells Hisha that she likes Naka's food very much and she can do anything to test it, and Irina says that in return you will only have to complete my homework. But only then Sam comes and says that he is getting very upset because he does not know what to make, but Irina tells him to stay away from Nikari, as you know that Nikari is number 1 in the top 10 of the middle school. But when they come to know that Sama actually works in a diner, then they understand that he will never understand the value of Nikari, just like a dog cannot understand the value of a diamond. But after this comes the time for us to cook food. We break the axes and mix them well and start making a special soup and chop the onion. But Nikari has eaten all the dishes of this world, so what will Sama make that Niki can like? And Naki also says that if you are cooking for me, then it should be very special, and Sama says that he has made Farika's rice now. Hearing this, Irina gets very angry because Farika's rice is the most common dish of Japan, and then we see that another man is keeping all these things outside the door. He watches from close and Soma says that this is not a normal dish. I have used a special technique with it, but this food looks very normal. And seeing this, Nakia starts going and says that I am called the god of food and I always get to eat top class dish. I can't dirty my mouth by eating it. And then Soma starts mixing this bouncy dish with rice, due to which it starts mixing with rice in a piggy crispy way, and then it smells as if chicken has been cooked, and we serve it after seeing the onion. And finally Nakiri agrees to eat it, and after taking its first bite, she likes this food so much that she cannot understand anything about its taste. Soma says that to make this jelly, he boiled the chicken and froze it and cut it in cube shape, due to which it looks so juicy and due to a perfect combination. No one can stop himself from eating it, but Irina thinks that if this useless boy is made to pass here, then what will be the respect of their school? But she cannot stop herself from eating it, and after eating it, she feels as if many angels are trying to make her laugh with the help of feathers. But despite this, Irina, she declares this dish has failed, and Irina says to herself that maybe you can cook good food, but in my presence you will not be given a chance to come to this school. And then we see that the same person comes and tests Soma's dish and he likes it very much. On the other hand, due to failing in the test, Soma has gone into depression, after which we see a girl named Megami in the middle of the village, and here many people have come to drop her because she is going to join our school, and her mother also gives her a lucky charm so that she can take care of herself. But after coming to school, her result is so bad that she is able to join the school somehow and thinks that maybe she will be expelled from here on the first day of school. And then during the school assembly, Irina Nakari is called here to give a speech, and many children cross Irina, after which the academy director Sinjman Naka is called here, seeing whom everyone gets shocked because he is being controlled by the food monster. It is also called Pancha, and we come to know that all these students have been taught here for 3 years how to manage the restaurant, culture the food, mix different dishes and everything else. But despite this, 99 people will be expelled from here, and only those can reach the top who have the courage to do something different. And after the completion of his speech, a transfer student is given the job. He is called here, and the boy says that my name is Soma Yukihira. It was nice to meet you all, but you might not know, but the number 1 spot is kept for me only. Hearing this, everyone starts throwing things towards him and everyone gets very angry, after which we meet Irina and she says that how can this happen? I rejected you. And then Soma shows his paper where he has been passed, but Naka says that all the children present here have been given training for 3 years, and I don't think that you will be able to stay here, so you should leave from here. But Soma says that I have started cooking since I was only 3 years old, and I have been cooking for the last 15 years, so there is no chance of me losing. And Senjman Naka is listening to all these things in a trance. Now Megu is in trauma here because she has got the last warning, but then she does not know anything about her family members. She starts thinking and says that she will have to pass this exam by any means, but then she gets shocked because Soma has been made her partner for the first test, and seeing Soma, everyone gets very angry, seeing which Megami loses control of her mind, and Soma says that this school is for elite people. Then how did you get admission here? But this thing goes straight to Soma's heart. On the other hand, everyone says that this transfer student is talking too much, and then our French teacher comes. With Chapin he writes the recipe of a disc named Barf Bagran on the board, which we will have to make now, and only the one who gets A in this test will be passed, and in its previous class Chipola had failed all 50 students. Now Megami gets even more worried here because she cannot pass by any means. Now the match starts, but Megami gets even more worried because Soma has heard the name of this food for the first time and he knows its recipe. Now Megami starts cooking food with full concentration, but seeing this, two boys of Pazi get jealous and they make a plan here. Now with the arrival of Soma, he gets a little shocked and he sees that too much salt has been mixed in their food and this thing has been added to their food. Chipal also notices that now we have only 30 minutes left and this meat cannot be seasoned in this time, and Megami thinks that after this she should probably go back to her house, but now the time comes for us to cook food. In this we add a secret ingredient, pepper and garni, and we prepare the rest of the things as well, with which our food is ready here. But they think that how can this thing be possible in such a short time, and Chipal sees that the food has been tindered properly and says that you people had made something wrong just a little time ago. Then how did your food get ready on time? Soma says that in childhood he had read that pineapple is also used for tinder, but in childhood he was not allowed to go out, due to which he tried all the things in the house and he noticed that honey tinder the fastest way. Now after trying it, they feel that they have come to a world of honey where there are lots of mad hamia is trying to put honey on their bodies. Professor Chipal also has the same feeling, and everyone is surprised to see this because Chipal was smiling for the first time in his life and he gives the best rank to Soma and Megami and gets them passed from here. On the other hand, the children who had mixed salt in our food accidentally burn their food, due to which they fail here, and then Megami comes to us and says that she liked our food very much and she wants to test our food again, but this time he feeds Megami the food of his experiment, due to which she feels as if a squid dipped in honey has held her, and Soma says that there are many such foods which he wants to make her try. On the other hand, Hisa goes to Arena and says that today Soma Yukihara has got the best rank in school, but Soma says that do not take the name of that loser boy in front of me because in a short time he will be expelled from here. Now we will see that Soma is going to his room through the mountains and forests, and every hotel here looks like a 5-star restaurant, so probably our room would also be like that, but we see that our room is like a ruin where a girl is chasing many animals and some kids are fighting among themselves, and from one of the rooms so a lot of smoke starts coming, and then we meet the supervisor of this place, Fumio Dumedo, and Fumio says that according to the rules, now we will have to cook food here, but we do not know about any such rule because we had turned the paper on which the rule was written on the way, and according to the rules, as soon as we come here, our first job is to cook food and we have to bring the ingredients for it ourselves, and if the supervisor likes our food then only we are allowed to enter it, and due to the lack of ingredients, now we will have to sleep outside the castle. But then we come to know that some leftover food is lying here. There is rice bed crumbs and eggs in the fridge, and there are some vegetables and all the spices, and Soma says that with the help of these only he will prepare his food. Fumio says that he has eaten many dishes in his life, but he does not think that we will be able to cook food. We prepare the eggs by cutting the cabbage and fry them a little. After frying, let the soup be prepared. Now after mixing this egg, bread crumbs and onion together, adding salt and pepper and using some other normal things and frying, our macro burger is ready, and Fumio thinks that how can someone cook food with only these useless things? But after trying it, electricity starts running through her whole body, and after eating the special soup, she starts remembering the seas and says that we do not have fish. Then how is the taste of fish coming here? You will remember that in the beginning, a piece of squid was present on our mouth, and due to boiling it, such a taste has come here. Now after eating all these things, Fumio starts remembering her childhood days where Fumio was sitting with her boyfriend on the seashore, and Fumio says that don't you want to do that with me? But we both came here for this only, but she goes to kiss Soma in real life, after which we are given permission to stay here, and Mamiya thinks that this year there are some interesting contestants. On the other hand, Megu is taking bath in the bath and she is going into trauma again, remembering our actions, but then Soma arrives just after that. Now this is our first night when we are sleeping without our dad in the shop, and the place seems very quiet, but then a person comes from the roof and invites us to a room. There are many different people in this room who are talking to each other, but the person whose room it is very frustrated, but Megami should not show embarrassment, and then Sasa starts giving us a strange drink, and Sato and Ao go to get food for us, and then all these people are talking about the council top 10, but Soma has no idea about it. There are 10 top rank members in the Council of Talk, and this stage comes directly under the director, which means that all these people can create any rule together, and all the teachers will also have to follow these rules. Now the name of this person is Sato S. Ichiki, who reaches with food for all the people, and his name is Sanibu Saki, who is going to become an important character later, and then Ichak says that we all are here. We are friends, we all should live together because no one is anyone's enemy, and says that he enjoys calling everyone at night, and Megami thinks that is he planning to trouble me at night, after which everyone starts drinking juice together and starts behaving as if they have been cheated. Now Ibusaki arrives with some food items and Avki arrives with his fried vegetables, which is very tasty, but Sato says that the food I had made before was better than yours, due to which both of them start fighting. Then Yuki says that we are all friends, so I know what to feed you at this time, and Soma also takes out his squid dish, which is very useless. Now the whole night passes here while having fun in this way. Now after everyone sleeps at night, Iki says that he wants to make a special dish for us, and he brings macro pan fry for us, and it feels so delicious after eating it. It is as if we have come to another world. And then Ichiki tells that he is number 7 in the top 10 restaurants of Tatsuki, and at that time he heard our speech, due to which he wants to try our food once. Now we try Sato's dish once again, and here he has mixed cabbage and fish, which means that Sato must also have a family business because normal restaurants do not have such technique. We are taught, but now it is our turn to cook food, and we are also going to use macro fish, heat the oil and fry the fish well, and in the meantime our partners also wake up and they come to know that there is a food battle going on between Sato and Soma, after which we prepare macro onigiri by mixing all the things. Now we have prepared food for everyone, due to which everyone can try it. This macro is crunchy from outside and juicy from inside, and everyone thinks that how can it be made like this by just boiling the fish. Then Sato tells that it is called pole method, where along with frying, oil is poured over the fish, but Soma also did not know that it is called pole method. His dad has taught him to cook in this way, and due to the addition of seawater this fish has become so juicy. Now everyone likes this macro very much, and it seems that in the summer days they are sitting on the seashore and a lot of greenery starts blooming around them, due to which both of them are drawn here. Now in the morning, after everyone leaves, Soma asks how he can go to the council top 10. But Ichiki asks, why do you want to beat everyone? Soma says that he has come here to prove his ability, and if he comes at number 1, then his dad will understand how good he is. Now hearing this, Ichiki becomes very happy and says that in such a school, students like you are needed, but he is going to tell us this secret the next day. But in his mind, Ichiki says that you will know the answer soon. Now the next day, Genji is very upset because no one has cleaned his room, and then Soma says that he is ready to battle for the number 7 spot, but no one takes his words seriously. But Ichiki says that maybe you do not know the rules here. You have to announce the food verse to challenge anyone, and the challenge is over. To do this you have to put something of the same price at stake, but Soma has nothing to put But apart from this there are 3 special rules. Firstly, both the chefs have to agree for the competition, and also judges have to be arranged, and permission has to be taken from the officials, after which both of them can do the food wall with each other. There is already a food wall going on here, and many children are there to do chair-ups, and here Kosher Goda is there to face Aina. They have a sumo wrestling group where Irina wants to do construction work. Now if Irina wins, then the construction will continue, and if Kosher wins, then their group will be made even bigger. And after the food verse, Irina wins here, and when Irina tastes Kosher's food, she feels like she has come to a beach for water driving, but many posts start coming in front of her and say that Kosher has chopped the wrong vegetables and cooked it for 5 seconds more, due to which it looks so bad. But Kosher says that my food cannot become bad by eating this, but after eating it it feels like a sumo wrestler has slapped him on the face, and no matter how much he tries, his opponent keeps defeating him, due to which Kosher accepts his defeat. And in front of his eyes, his wrestling group is completely destroyed. Now Irina is very upset because she is very tired of fighting with such losers. But then Meat Master arrives in front of her and says, why do you need to worry? I will fight on your behalf in your next match. On the other hand, Satoshi thinks that he is drawn with me in the first round. There is something special about this guy. But Ibusaki comes and says that everyone knows that he was not your best cook, but he wants to see with whom Soma can battle in the future. Now the next day we come to know that we have to bring the special items for making food ourselves, like Yuki has his own chicken farm, Ryo mostly makes rice food, due to which she has a store, and Ibusaki cuts the legs himself to make smoked dishes, and finally a very big farm which actually belongs to Satoshi. Now Satoshi starts his work in the morning at 7. And Megami is also there to help him in his work, and after trying a tomato, Soma likes this farm very much, after which everyone together starts helping Sato in his farm, and in the meantime our break time comes and Megami has made onigiri for us. Everyone likes this onigiri very much, and Megami says that she has boiled pork belly. Soma has made it by mixing it with honey and has also made green tea, which everyone likes, and everyone thinks why Megami is not able to make such food in between the classes, and Megami says that she actually gets confused in front of so many people, and then we come to know that there is also a research society in this academy where we can do research on any food, and with the help of this we can also participate in cooking contests. Now there are many different societies here and we get confused as to which one we should join, and then we reach the Rice Ball Society, but the leader here is himself in depression. Soma starts reading the recipe book here, which he finds very interesting and thinks why the society is being closed, but then the leader says that rice ball is not a joke. It is a food which is made very tasty in less time, but because of just one girl they have to close this entire society, and that girl is Irina, and Abi is going to save the society. They have only one way. They will have to challenge the arena for food war, but then Ikomi Mito reaches here with many people and goes to the leader and says that you people make third-class food. Then there is no need of your society here, and she cuts the leader's hair, and then we come to know that the name of this girl is Ikomi Mito, who is popular as meat master. She always cooks food from high-quality meat, due to which she has got a rank in every step. But then Soma comes and says that he wants to fight in front on behalf of Rice Ball Society, and then Ikomi says that you are the same boy who gave a speech on free speech in the assembly, and I will enjoy a lot in removing you. But Soma says that if you lose this battle then you will have to join this Rice Ball. Ikomi tells that in this war we will have to make some discs by mixing rice ball and meat, and the date will be told to us soon, and while leaving Ikomi thinks that this Kara will have to be taught his place. Now the next day the leader says we have been given 2 days time for this war, and before that we should know about Komi's secret weapon. Meat is ranked from A to C for how delicious it is, and from 1 to 5 for how many flavors it will have. A 5 meat is considered to be the top meat among all these, but a very big company is needed to make it, and Mako's dad is the owner of such a company, but he cannot buy this meat because this thing is beyond his means. On which Soma says that the meat does not matter. The difference is who is cooking food from that meat, after which Soma withdraws some money from his bank, which is very less. Now we quickly prepare a meal. This food is very tasty, but to win we will need even tastier food, after which we start preparing different types of food, and the leader tries them and starts finding mistakes in them. But despite trying all these things we have not been able to find our best dish, due to which Soma gets very upset. But then we get an idea which may help us. First we fry the onion and mix salt on the cut meat and cover it with onion and hit it well with a hammer and fry it and add rice. We serve chicken and onion with it. Actually, when food in Calliope came to Japan, they had a toothache, due to which the meat was fried with onions even deeper for them, and Soma has also used the same technique here, and after eating this delicious dish we understand that this is the dish that we wanted. On the other hand, Komi goes to the arena and says that he has chosen Rojwag to make his disc, and in this he is going to use meat of rank above A5. Now the news of our war spreads in the entire academy, due to which all the children come to see our battle, and seeing so many students, Megami's mind again goes crazy and asks us to play peacefully, but we have made it even better by making some changes in our sauce, due to which we have a lot of confidence in ourselves. Now the name of our announcer is Rara Kawasama, and all the boys are very big fans of Kawasama, so our first match is played in the academy. The participant is Ikomi Mito, and the one to face him is Soma Yukihira, but on hearing the name of Soma all the children get angry, and then the leader starts remembering that when the battle used to happen in his time, at that time this place used to be completely empty, but we have talked a lot of useless things, and now the time has come to start the food war, and then we come to know that Irina Nakari has come to see our battle, and everyone is surprised to see it because Irina does not come to see anyone's battle, and then Ikomi says look, this is a 5 meat which you would have never seen, and then Ikomi starts cutting this meat using her full power and takes out a big chunk of it, and everyone is surprised to see it because they had never seen such beautiful meat in their life, and then Ikomi starts frying this meat using the pure method, after which she puts it in the oven so that it becomes even more juicy, but everyone starts getting intoxicated by its smell. On the other hand, Soma has bought meat for 50 rupees off to make his dish, seeing which all the children start throwing their stuff towards the stage and say that you should leave this battle right now. On the other hand, Ikomi's sweet is ready here, and she cooks this meat here using the silent melody technique. She starts cutting onions here, and then she asks Soma whether his food will be cooked here or he has planned to go home. On the other hand, Soma is cutting onions at full speed and fries them and says that my dish is going to be perfect and you will not even get a chance to stand here, but then because of the smell of this food, Ikomi feels that the food is pulling her towards it, but with all these things our time ends here. Now the first turn comes of Ikomi, who has made a 5-wega rice, and everyone likes its design very much, and after tasting it, they see that it is very juicy, and everyone has guessed who is going to win this war, after which Soma arrives with his disc and they start laughing thinking about it and say that what food will this loser boy cook here, but after taking one bite, all of them are unable to stop themselves from eating it, and all the judges keep praising this food one after the other and say that it has a taste so delicious because of the sauce that has been added. Soma says that he has mixed rice and pickle together to make the sauce, which is why its taste is so new. But in the meantime, their food gets finished here and the people start asking for more food. Hearing which Ikomi gets shocked because she sees that the judge's Ikomi has still not finished eating her food, and Soma says that he had already found a flaw in Miko's food. He knew that Ikomi is going to use a 5-rank meat here which has already been processed many times, due to which she cannot mix it properly with the rice even after chewing it, and that is why the judges have not finished her rice. And then we give some rice to Ikomi to chew, and after taking a bite of it, Ikomi is also unable to stop herself from eating it, due to which she starts remembering her past when her mom gifted her a bear, but her dad said that all these things cannot be brought in our house, and remembering all these things, Ikomi starts crying here. After which Soma is declared the winner here, seeing which the arena starts leaving from here, and everyone is shocked to see how a loser boy can defeat the meat master, and after this Ikomi also runs away from here. She goes, and then the leader says that you have single-handedly saved the whole ball club, due to which you are made the leader of this club from today. Now the next day Ikomi is going to join our club, but before leaving she is very shy, but somehow she comes and starts asking about Soma, but the leader says that when he asked Soma to become the leader here, then Soma says that he had just come to Rome in this group and he does not even want to become a member of this group. Now the next day we come to know that a new training camp of ours is going to start, but everyone is panicking about this camp. Now last year Satoshi went to this camp, due to which everyone asks him about his experience, but Satoshi tells that this is not going to be a normal training camp. Last year during their camp, half the students were expelled from there, hearing which I fainted here, but after this everyone plans that if they do their training well, then they will not have any problem here. It is going to happen and they will beat this camp easily, and we come to know that Arena is also going to join this camp, after which we see that all the students start preparing for their camp, and finally the day comes when we are going to leave from here, and 100 buses have been arranged for us here and a 5-star hotel has been arranged for us. The hotel has been booked, but then we come to know that all the hotels around it are part of Tox Academy, after which all the children are called inside the hall. Now all the children are very nervous here, but Soma is not affected by anything and he starts talking to Ikomi, but Koma asks him to take care of himself because no one here likes Soma. But then the chapel is brought and he says that this camp is going to be of 6 days and we will have to give different tests for 6 days, and here our cooking skills and stamina will be tested together. After which our judges are called here, and these are the same students who have graduated from Tox Academy, but Kojiro Sanoyama, as soon as he comes here, asks a child to leave from here because he has used gel in his hair, due to which the taste of the food gets spoiled, but then Hinako Nui holds Megami's hand and says that you are so cute, I feel like eating it. But then Dodo Goto also holds Megami's hand and says that you are absolutely right. Now Hito Seymour and Fumio Mizuhara are present here, seeing whom all the students get excited because both of them are very popular, and this is Jin Dojima who scored high in this academy and he is also very popular. And then Dojima says that all the judges present here run their own business and they are going to make us work here like they're workers, and any judge can expel any student from here at any time. But after listening to Dojima's words, all the children get motivated and say that this time the match has to be kept aside. Yes, it will be done, but what is done, we'll get to see in the future. Now in the first test again Megami is made our partner and Hina Inoue is going to take our test at this time. But then Takumi Ali reaches us and he starts rubbing our feet with his feet and says that I had made you my enemy as soon as I saw you, and as soon as I got the chance, I had decided to beat you, but I did not think that this chance would come so soon. But then Inoue says that we have been given the cooking items and spices, but we have to search this entire place full of barriers to find the item. Now we have to collect the items here, and the fishing set has been given to us for free, hearing which all the children start panicking and think of fishing quickly. But then Taku comes and challenges us for a food battle and says that he is going to cook better food than us, and for this she asks Nui to be our judge. But Inoue says that I do not do such useless things, hearing which all the people start laughing here. But despite this Kakumi asks to continue this battle. Now despite this place being so big, because they have been given fishing kits, so every child starts fishing here. On the other hand, Soma thinks that if every child has to cook food again, then what is the point of giving them this special place? But then we meet Takumi and he is going to cook duck here and says that your brain is so small that you people could not think of anything other than fish, whereas along with fish, duck, rabbit and chicken were also present there. Now he is using a big blade, they start cutting the pieces of duck, and Takumi also does not waste even a second of time in his work, and then Takumi and all introduce themselves and say that they are no different from us. Their dad also has a family restaurant business where both of them have been working since childhood, and when he came to know about our business, at that very moment he made a plan to destroy it, and Inoue is also noticing all these things here, and then Takumi takes out Maz Luna from here, due to which his brother starts crushing the meat, and he also starts making a sauce with the help of it, and with this their food is ready here. But seeing this, everyone is surprised that how can someone cook food so quickly. Now the meat of this duck is very rich, and after mixing it with this sauce, it becomes even more classic, and it feels as if she is sitting on the lap of a musician. But to make this sauce, they have used which is actually an Italian dish that they cannot use, but Inoue says that he has used fish to make the sauce. Now it takes a minimum of a week to make this sauce, but by using this weapon he has made it in just a few minutes, which means that Taku and Isami he is made to pass here with full. Now we are shown Takumi's past, where he is actually a famous chef, and all the girls here like Takumi very much. But one day Takumi's dad says that he will have to go to an academy to give a test. But Takumi says that we have been working in this institute for the last 8 years, and everyone knows that we are the best in our work. So what is the benefit of giving any test? But Takumi's dad says that you have defeated me in this game, but you people will need an opponent who can have the ability to defeat you. But Nui likes this food so much that he says to Takumi that a while ago you were talking about a competition. So if I am getting such good food, then I am ready for this competition. But whoever loses here will have to hold his opponent's feet and throw the necklace. Now we accept this challenge, but Takumi ducks. And we made a unique dish here using special sauce, but if we make normal fish like everyone else, then that food will not become unique here. And then we remember that Takumi had said that chicken and rabbit are also present here, and then we reach Nui and say that we can use all the things present inside this fence for eating, due to which we snatch Nui's snacks from her, and holding Takumi, we start leaving from here, after which we quickly make a list of herbs for Megumi, which she will have to find, after which while fighting with some chickens, we collect their eggs here. On the other hand, Megumi has collected the herbs that were needed, and we tell that we are actually going to make a fried dish here. But Megumi gets worried here because bread or corn flour is needed to make this dish. On the other hand, all the children get confused because despite so many attempts, only a few teams have passed here, on which Inoi says that she has already done it by eating semi-cheese again and again, and before the time is over, everyone can try their second attempt, hearing which all the children start running away from here again. But Takumi gets very worried here because if we do not come here on time, then he will not get a chance to defeat us. But then Soma he reaches there, and there are still 15 minutes left, so there is no need to worry. Now Mega starts preparing all the dishes. On the other hand, after cutting the fish and dipping it in the egg, we start breaking the crackers with sticks, and after mixing the fish with the crackers, our food is ready. Now after tasting this food, he finds it very crunchy, and he comes to know that we have made the sauce here by using pepper birds in the egg, and also because of the use of seasoning. Its taste is looking so unique, after which he feels that he is actually a mermaid of the sea, whom a mermaid comes and grabs. But in the meantime Soma and Taku start fighting among themselves as to whose food is more tasty. But in the meantime Inu makes us pass here, and our test ends here, but she has made many students fail, but the time comes to tell whose food was better. But then Inu gets an emergency call, and we are asked to finish our class quickly, after which she starts leaving from here without saying anything, after which Taku says that one day he is going to challenge us for a food war, but for this he asks us to be ready. Now in the bus, Taku thinks that he has used all his techniques to make this food, and he knew that Ino was going to call Yusi's food the best, but maybe his luck was not. Now after meeting with everyone, we come to know that all our friends have crossed this level, but then Yuki says that this is actually a 5-star restaurant, due to which we will get a chance to rest here all day. But after coming to the hotel, we are shown some big people here, and we come to know that we have actually been ordered to make rice and chicken for them, and each student will have to make 50 plates of food, after which we will have to cook our own food, after which we can rest. But after hearing all this, the hearts of all the children break here, and yes, and the point is, if we are not able to prepare this food before 1 hour, then we will be expelled from this academy. On hearing which all the children start preparing the food here with full speed, but those whose food is not prepared properly, they are given the order to prepare it again, and we see that any shortage of customers is also not observed. But it doesn't happen. But by the time Takumi completes 45 plates here, Soma has completed all his plates, due to which he starts leaving from here, and then we see that Irina Naka is taking bath here, and Soma is also going in the same direction in his fun, but suddenly both of them collide with each other. Now Irina gets very nervous here because actually she was singing a song in the bathroom and thinks that this pineapple face has not heard my song, but Soma says that he has heard Irina's song, and he calls her to play cards with him. But Irina says that she always focuses on work and she does not have time for such useless things. But then Hisa reaches here and asks, "What are we doing here?" On which Irina gets a little upset and refuses to say anything, after which Soma starts leaving and says that I am deliberately not doing anything. Ina was angry at Irina, but Hisa gets shocked to hear this, but Irina says that there is nothing like that. But after going there later, we see that Jin Dojima is present here and congratulates because we have completed 50 plates so quickly, and says that he has been coming here for many years, but no student is able to come here before he takes bath. But last year Tox number 7 reached here before he left, which means that he is talking about Satoshi Ichiki here. But then Soma remembers that Irina was taking bath even before him, which means that he had completed his 50 plates even faster than Soma, after which Dojima starts telling about Irina too. Irina could tell from childhood only by tasting any food that where this food has been brought from, and if Irina used to say any food is good, then it was considered next level food. But Tox Academy is a place where there is no dearth of talent, and here every talented child is ready to defeat others, after which during our handshake Takumi reaches here. And it is amazed to see that we are talking with Dojima in this manner. On the other hand, we see that all the girls start joking with each other due to getting such a big pool and seeing such a beautiful girl at night. Yuki is not able to stop her dirty acts. But then everyone they come and say that today they are all going to party together, but Jen's condition has become very bad and within a while they all fall asleep here. But on the other hand, Soma is feeling very energetic with his partners, and then Megumi thanks Soma and says that if you were not my partner then I would not have come this far. Now the next day Kojiro Sinoyama is going to take our test, but we will have to give this test alone and not in a group, and here we will have to make this dish named tranche using vegetables, and its exact recipe has already been given to us, and Kojiro tells that if anyone helps anyone then both of them will be thrown out of here, after which all the children start fighting among themselves to get the vegetables. Now Megumi is very scared, but she puts all her power in choosing the vegetables, but she sees that all the cauliflowers present here are all spoiled, and if she tries to make them, then they will be thrown out of. If she uses it, her dish will become useless here, but she cannot ask anyone for help, which means that she will have to find a way out on her own. But in the meantime 2 children are thrown out just for talking, and we see that Jin Dojima is watching all this, after which all their food is tested here, and Soma is passed in the same test, but his next child has failed. That child says that if he gets another chance then he will pass here, but Kojiro reminds him that they do not have much time and all the vegetables are also spoiled, so if he wants, he can try his second one, but there is no use of it. On the other hand, Megumi also finally completes her dish, but after testing her food, she has failed here and says that you have chosen a bad quality cauliflower here, but you have boiled it with vinegar to make it edible, but due to the use of vinegar, the dish that they got here becomes useless. But what was needed could not be made here. But then Soma arrives here and says that before starting all our tests, we were told that we have been kept here like your workers, so if there is a problem with any vegetable here, it does not mean that there is something wrong with. Rather it is our master's mistake, but Kojiro says that he had intentionally kept some useless vegetables here so that he could know whether we know how to choose vegetables or not. Now on hearing this So gets very angry, but Megumi asks him to keep quiet and says that everything will be fine, but Soma is very angry, due to which he challenges his judge for a food war, but Kojiro reminds him that permission of both will be required for the food war, but he does not want to waste his time on all these useless things. But then Dojima and Nui reach here and Nui says that Megumi has made good food here. You should not fail her, after which Dojima also convinces Kojiro to do this battle, but Kojiro says that if they lose here then Megumi as well as Soma will have to leave from here. After which Megumi comes out and starts crying and says that you have passed this useless test. So who asked you to take such a big risk for me? On which Soma says that he cannot see anything wrong happening with. On the other hand, due to Soma and Mega not coming here, all their friends get worried and think that Soma might have done something wrong here. After which our food war is announced in the basement of the hotel, and all the graduates are also brought here to become our judges. But here another condition is brought, that not Soma but Megu will have to cook food here. They have been given 2 hours time and they have to cook food using the vegetables here. Now Soma wanted to fight this battle, but Dojima says that Megumi has failed here, so he will have to prove himself. Here, on the other hand, Nui is saying that Kojiro does not know how to talk to any girl, due to which he does not have any girlfriend. But Megumi's mind has gone bad here, because if she fails this time, then her at the same time, Soma will also be expelled from here, which she does not want, after which Dojima says that if you help Megumi, then both of you will be disqualified here. But then Soma hits Megumi's hand and says that I really like the onigiri that you made at that time, and asks her to make good food. You should stop looking at the people around you and focus on your own food, and you should cook the food that you enjoy eating. Now after listening to this, Megumi starts remembering his past where his mom is cooking food here, and he also likes this food very much, and he decides what he should cook. On the other hand, our friends have come to know about our match, but they are very worried. On the other hand, Megumi says that they will have to prepare many things here, due to which they should not waste time, after which Megumi starts cooking food with her full power. but despite Soma being her partner, he starts preparing all the things before Megmi says anything. Now our judges also notice all these things and say that Soma is a million times better than any other student. But our time is over now and the time comes to taste Kojiro's food. Here Kojiro prepares food by using vegetables. A dish named Fox is made, but after trying it they understand that it is not a normal dish. Here bread and meat are mixed with butter and steamed, and mushroom, beef and onion are fried separately, and meat is sliced in French style, and all the things are packed inside it. And here normal cabbage is not used, but soba or cabbage is used, which is sweeter than normal, but in the end it is steamed before putting it on the plate so that it looks fluffy, and because of all this it seems that Kojiro has used some magic technique in the food. Now Kojiro actually went to French after passing this academy, and there, due to his different talent of vegetables, he started being called the Maharaja of Now Kojiro actually went to French after passing this academy, and there, due to his different talent of vegetables, he started being called the Maharaja of Vegetables.